long time no see. Apologies for not having made a video in a while, but we're back. The Crown is back. So in today's video, we're going to be watching season 6, episode 1 of The Crown. The episode is entitled Persona Non Grata. So let's just get into it.
Allez, on y va.
They're like making it really clear. Paris, foreboding. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't really wondering, but I wonder if they're gonna kind of do what they did similarly to the way they started season 2, where it begins in the middle and then they're gonna go back. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe this right now is the night of the accident.
Vas-y.
Okay, this definitely looks like night of the accident.
Il y a eu un accident dans le tunnel. Je crois que c'est grave.
Ooh, so are we gonna get two POVs? Like, this is bystander POV, and then they're gonna go back, and then maybe episode 3, episode 4, we're gonna see it from Diana's perspective. I just hope it's not too gory. That's what I'm really nervous about. 8 weeks earlier.
She's brought William with her. It's a surprise.
He's grown.
Yes.
Sweet looking. For an alien.
That's like really rude. She did not have to come for that child like that.
When Diana talks, the world listens.
Yes.
She went
I love all like the quiet, empty spaces.
Diana's now learning the difference between being officially in the royal family and out.
8.
Summer holiday. Woo woo.
Oh my god, these are the parts that are really gonna like, get me, is watching her be a mom. It's always just like... Oh, George Michael. I hope we get some Spice Girls music needle drops this season. You know, I feel like this actor that they cast for William, he has a really strong resemblance to Josh O'Connor. I don't know if anyone else sees it. Maybe it's the way he's looking right now at her, and his body is kind of like hunched a little bit over, but I like this casting because it makes sense if he looks like the younger version of his father from the previous season. I don't know. Good casting.
Do you want to kill him first or shall I?
Sure, I'll kill him first.
Okay, go.
She seemed like a fun mom.
Vital that the Queen attends this weekend.
As I understand it, just Princess Margaret is confirmed so far.
Nobody in his family likes him.
Everything okay?
Yeah. There's a business emergency.
Yeah, everything's okay. My dad just hates you.
I know. A few more weeks, and we will be in California, and there will be an ocean between him and us.
The score. I think I remember seeing pictures of this, like paparazzi taking pictures of this scene when they were filming it.
My children, Karim. Hi. ارفع ايدك يا واد. Camilla. Hi. Omar.
Hi.
And beautiful Jasmine.
Dang, Mumu got around. He got busy. Oh no. Oh no. They may be royalty, but they're living in squalor. That's what Peter Morgan really wants to say.
It takes me back to when Anne and I were presented to you and Papa every morning at 9 o'clock. And then at the end of the day, bathed and ready for bed. Best 2 moments of the day.
Seems like another lifetime.
And as if it were yesterday, too.
I feel like Peter Morgan actually writes Prince Charles as a bit of a sympathetic character. Like, he has some, like, human moments. Well, I say that now. let's see in a couple episodes.
She will never be fully embraced by the public until she has your approval.
But how can I possibly give my approval when I don't approve?
Oh,
Now, was there anything else? Because I think this one could really use my attention.
her prioritizing the dog and its needs over her son's.
I mean, it used to be that Diana had the winning narrative. Since Panorama, that's all changed. And all their choices at the moment are just making it worse. I believe it was Napoleon who said, never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake.
Be nice.
That's so crazy that she was this hounded by the press. And seeing how the intrusion of the press evolves over time from season 1 to this last season now, I think they've done a really good job at depicting that. Because not only has like the technology evolved, but the level of intrusion has heightened as well. Like the amount of press that there always seems to be around them. It's just the intensity increases over time.
كنت مستني اسمع شكرا في الاول.
شكرا على ايه؟
على اني جبتها لك متقشره وعلى طبق من دهب.
See, that's an interesting thing too, is I didn't know until watching the show, and also I'm pretty sure some of you left comments last year, but I thought Muhammad, Al-Fayed, and Diana were, well, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking too soon. It seems like at this point, they weren't really like that in love with each other. Muhammad Al-Fayed at this point seems to be more emotionally attached to his current girlfriend, but clearly his father is trying to set him up with Diana right now because she's single. So they just both don't seem to really be connecting. I don't know if that's going to change right now or if it's just like, I mean, it's already sad about what happened, but the fact that this was so orchestrated by the father when he should have just not tried meddling in his son's life. Maybe that's the underlying thesis of The Crown. Parents, don't meddle in your children's lives. Boom.
اولا انا خلاص على وش جواز.
He's like, that hasn't stopped anyone before.
Right.
Okay, well, Diana looks like she's trying to play a little game here.
Hey, baby. I'm just checking it's not too stressful, but the business emergency.
The business emergency.
Did the emergency involve Princess Diana?
It's the test.
These are not my decisions. I'm just doing what my father tells me to do.
What was that?
Just the kids having fun.
During the business meeting.
It makes sense for me to come by and see my fiance.
Oh! Oh my god, he's really gonna break up their engagement.
Okay.
Oh my god, he's gonna break up with her over the phone!
Come whenever you like. Now I've got to go.
That's exactly what you want to hear from your fiance. Ugh, so annoying. When they get to like the William and Kate part of the story, I wonder if you're just gonna see a bunch of people holding phones. Because now it's not just paparazzi, it's like everyday people now have access to cameras.
Seriously, how long are we gonna have the pleasure of your company? Because the attention's starting to freak out the boys.
I like your swimming costume, by the way. Who's the designer of that?
Didn't know you were so interested in fashion, Nick.
The fact that she like knows their names too.
And you're gonna get a big surprise with the next thing I do.
Oh, aye, what's that? What do you mean a big surprise?
You'll see.
Well, get in there, boys. Come on.
You'll see. Let me pose.
Well done. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy your holiday. That was perfect.
Diana knows what she's doing. She knows how to play it up for the camera. I think that might have been one of my favorite Elizabeth Debicki as Diana scenes. Was this moment right here. I, a couple months ago, watched Phantom Thread for the first time, and Leslie Manville was very good in that movie.
There have been many people out there who know nothing about you, who've been quite staggeringly unkind and unfair.
Margaret has always been pro Charles needs to follow his heart because obviously she knows how that feels.
Who have a second chance of happiness later in life.
But I bet she
It's from
also like kind
persuasion,
of resents.
and it's
Ooh,
kept
see,
in
look at that.
mental
Ooh, look at
letter.
that resentment. Look at the wincing. She resents that she probably didn't have that second chance fully.
Will you all join me in toasting the birthday girl?
It's very bittersweet for her. I love how more like emotionally in tune to the way Margaret is in this scene versus like Charles and Camilla. Oh, look at that dancing.
The house is gorgeous, and the happy couple seem very happy.
She's reporting back.
I think starting to show support for your son in this matter would be no bad thing. Because he will be king one day, and we want our kings and queens to be happy.
Elizabeth's like, do we though?
You don't think it's time for this discrimination to end? For us all to accept she is the love of his life?
Just like she always has been this entire time. Divorce.
Is this what victory looks like to you?
I'd say it was a resounding success, yes.
Really?
Really, we have a slew of favourable front pages.
It's so interesting too, seeing the way Diana and Charles separately use the tabloids as like tools in this battle against one another.
What's the use of a few warm headlines when Camilla can be eclipsed by Diana at the drop of a hat? I don't want partial, qualified...
That's the thing though, is I feel like the media for the most part has always been pro Diana over Charles and Camilla. I don't know if that's how it was in the UK, but I feel like in America it was definitely more of a pro Diana narrative. So are they gonna like start to plant stories or like pay tabloids for more positive coverage of Camilla and Charles? Uh-oh.
Why are we going there? To the big boat?
Mr. Dodi said to take you to the small boat.
No woman can compete with Diana. Oh, they're showing like a cheekier side to Diana this season. They're gonna make us really fall in love with her as like a character and as a person, so then it'll be even more sad when she dies. Okay, girl, you have to be quick because ice melts. I feel like I'm enjoying Elizabeth Debicki more this time around as Diana versus the previous season, but it might also just be because we're seeing lighter moments with her. I say this after one episode in the season.
The most beautiful woman in the world.
Uh-oh. Are they gonna break up right now? Is that what's happening? Oh, a woman of many talents.
I have a fiance.
Congratulations. Why is that complicated?
It's not complicated for me. It is for my father. Not good enough for our family, apparently. Not enough of a catch.
Oh, they're relating. They're bonding. They're trauma bonding right now.
Where is she now?
Right there.
In the boat far, far away.
I barely noticed if I was coming or going.
Sounds perfect.
I went out of my way to get his attention.
Again, they're trauma bonding right now by their experiences of parents.
I ironed his shirts, I baked him cakes, even married the Prince of Wales. Anything to make him notice me. Be proud of me.
So is this why she likes to seek attention because of her daddy issues?
The wedding? I don't know. It suddenly all seems a little crazy.
I think that's normal though, to have last minute nerves. I did.
Yeah, well, that was your gut trying to tell you something.
You still went ahead.
But my face was on the tea towel, so I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, things were a little different for them.
I think you're gonna be fine. You obviously love her, or your father's reaction wouldn't have hurt you so much.
Good point. Good point.
Sarah and I would like to get out of the floor, so it's your turn, Peter.
Oh my gosh, how meta. We're watching them watching something. Oh, is Dodi catching feelings now? Is this what the score is trying to indicate to us? I don't know. I feel like they'd just be like good friends.
How was the 50th birthday?
Oh,
Well, you would know if you were here, bitch.
I'm happy. You're so manifestly happy.
She's waving her white flag.
Have you managed to enjoy yourself?
No. so much.
Oh, they're like coordinating right now.
No, I'm not welcome there anymore. Very much persona non grata.
Episode title.
You're always welcome here. Come back anytime. The boat is yours. Whenever you want, for as long as you want, with whoever you want.
Oh, see, friends.
Fiancée is a lucky girl.
All that is, never mind.
I like Diana's score. Like this kind of like enchanting, it's like enchanting minstrel mystical music. Her charm and magic is working. Mumu's like, yes. Well, William is watching, so I'm curious to see how they will depict William as he gets older. Like how him as a young person watching all this play out is going to affect his own relationships and how he goes about them. Oh, okay, so did Dodi actually send this though? Or was this Mumu trying to send it as Dodi? I wouldn't put it past him to do this, but... Uh-oh. Oh, Paris next week. Oh no! Alright, and some post-show thoughts. So, yeah, that was a pretty decent episode. I wouldn't say it's a standout or the best in the entire series, but I think it does what the first episode of any season has to do. You kind of have to like introduce the central characters or reintroduce them again and kind of set up what the rest of the action in the season is going to be. They obviously know, and we know, that this is the season where Diana is going to pass away. So I think it is interesting that they start off the season with that event without actually showing us the event. Like I said during the reaction, I'm wondering if they're going to revisit this moment again, but instead of through the point of view of the pedestrian, we're gonna be with Diana and Dodi in the car. I'm really not looking forward to that. Yeah, I think it's good that they kind of give you what you want up front, but not entirely. And them kind of beginning in the middle of the action of the season. It kind of reminds me of the way they began season 2 with Elizabeth and Philip fighting on a boat, and then they rewind. So yeah, I do think like an overarching commonality between Dodi, Charles, and Diana is just them processing as adults the way that they were parented. And even though all three of them were parented in different ways under different conditions, like, you know, Charles obviously under the rigidity of the institution that is the crown, or Dodi with his overbearing, over-controlling father, or Diana with her neglectful father, to see how all three of them are like processing that as adults and how that affects their present relationships was an interesting idea. I do wonder if that is going to come into play when we see William and Harry as older people in the show, especially William, because, you know, he's a teenager now and he's very keenly aware of what is happening around him and the relationships, especially that his mom is engaging with. Yeah, I'm curious to see if that's going to carry over into part 2 of season 6. Oh, also wanted to mention too, I just think it's so sad. I mean, like the whole thing is just like really tragic, but I think it's so sad that Dodi and Diana seem to genuinely be forming like a real connection with one another, whether it was like going to evolve into a romantic one or if it was just a friendship one. We're gonna see how that is portrayed and plays out in the show, but whatever it was, I think it's really sad that their genuine connection with each other ended in such tragedy, because it didn't have to play out this way, but the media is just, they're so rabid. And I think I will commend The Crown doing such a great job with showing the intrusiveness of the paparazzi, even from the beginning of season 1, and seeing how that has evolved into season 6, and the intensity at which it's evolved, the technology, the amount, it's all really gonna come to a head surely in this season. So yeah, it's just so sad. All right, well, my question for you guys is, I want to know if you think Dodi and Diana were beginning to have a genuine romance with one another, or if this was more of a friendship thing. I personally thought it was always like a romance, but it seems like with the way it's being portrayed in the show, I'm getting more friendship vibes with the potential of a romance. But I could be wrong. I'm only in episode 1, but let me know what you guys think. Were you getting more of a romance vibe or a friendship vibe between those two characters? Alright, well that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and please turn on the notification bell so you know when a new video from me comes out, even though it's been a while. Just wanted to share and plug this podcast. Just wanted to share and plug my podcast that I co-host with my friend Angie. It's a podcast called Diva Dailies, where we deconstruct divas on film, TV, and in music. We're more music heavy on that podcast, but we are trying to get back into the fold of talking about movies more. Check us out if you like to hear discussions about women in entertainment and in pop culture. It's the perfect podcast for you. That's kind of what I've been like working on. Despite me not being as active here on YouTube, I've been pretty consistent with that podcast. So check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, I just wanted to say as well, The Crown Season 6 is the last show series I will be reacting to on this channel. I've been gearing up, trying to rebrand the channel in a way. It's still gonna be pop culture centric, but I'm not doing reaction videos anymore. It's gonna be more video essay based. So yeah, if you don't like that, apologies. That's just the direction that I want to personally go in. But if you are interested in seeing like a new kind of content from me in that way, definitely make sure you're subscribed and that the notification bell is on. And in terms of the release schedule of the following videos, this video hopefully is coming out on a Monday, and I think I'm going to be releasing new videos every other day. So don't expect a new video tomorrow, but expect my reaction review to episode 2 the next day. So Wednesday. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, everything I said was just my own personal thoughts and all my humble opinion. See, I remember that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.